Hello students, welcome to Class 1 Political Science class. Today I will continue with lesson 4, Political Ideologies. It has 4 ideologies: liberalism, socialism, communism and fascism. The objectives of today's class are communism, its meaning and definition, communism, salient features and principles, communism, critical evaluation. Before discussion of these objectives, I would like to discuss the key terms with you. The first key term is communism. It means a system of social organization in which all property is owned by the community. Next is capitalism, a system in which countries' industry and trade are controlled by private owners. Next is revolutionary, means involving or causing a complete or dramatic change. Exploitation, the action of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. Now I will discuss today's topic, that is communism, meaning and definition. It is given your pages from 95 to 103. To begin with the topic, I will tell you the simple meaning of communism. That is, communism is a political and economic system that seeks to create a classless society in which the major means of production such as mines and factories are owned and controlled by the public. This is simple meaning. Communism stands primarily associated with the names of Karl Marx, Lenin and Stalin, as all have given their own meaning to the term communism. It becomes quite difficult to give concrete definition of communism. It is also described by some as the ideology of revolutionary socialism. Now I will give you the definition of communism. According to concise Oxford Dictionary, communism is the theory of vesting of property in community, each member working according to his capacity and receiving according to his wants. This is the definition according to concise Oxford Dictionary. Several socialist thinkers define communism as the enemy of capitalism, which seeks to eliminate capitalism. They hold that communism alone is capable of meeting the needs of economic and social security and freedom for the self-expression. Now I will discuss the features and principles of communism. Now students, listen it very carefully, the features and principles of communism. The first feature is Marxism as the ideological basis of communism. It explains that communism is based upon the ideas and theories propounded by Marx and explained by Lenin. Historical materialism theory. This theory, it holds that the history is the evolution of material means of life. The greatest fact of life is man must eat to live. Hunger is the reality that leads to material means of life. To acquire these material things, man changes his social relations. Is it clear? Man changes his social relations according to his needs and according to the economic determinism theory. According to this theory, Society is a two-tier structure of relation. The first is fundamental structure, that is between the two economic classes, that is haves and have-nots. The second is superstructure, which is consists of all the types of relations, that is social, political, cultural, religious. These are all the types of relations. Any change in fundamental structure leads to change in the superstructure, including the political relations. As such, politics has also its roots in economics. Is it clear? The next feature is capitalism is an inherently evil system. According to this, communism regards capitalism as a system of exploitation based on inequality. Under it, the workers merely exist and they always face exploitation, hunger, disease, etc. in life. The workers unite due to the sufferings at the hands of capitalists. Is it clear? The next feature is faith in revolution. Communism holds that when the social evolution reaches its saturation point, a revolution comes to take place the next stage. The communism seeks to prepare the workers for revolution against capitalism. Revolution is needed to give a push to history. Is it clear? Now I will tell you the next feature, and that is objective of communism: classless and stateless society. Communism stands for establishment of communist society, a classless and stateless society in which each one will work according to capacity and each one will get according to need. Means work according to capacity and get according to need. Are you clear about this point? The next feature is communism on property. Communism regards private property as the chief enemy of the society. It is a source of all evils like inequalities, poverty and exploitation. So, to end all these evils of society, private property has to be abolished. It has to be replaced by public ownership where everything is common. However, communism permits personal property. You know what type of personal property? That is ownership of articles of daily use only. Is it clear? The next feature is communism and religion. According to communism, religion is also an evil because it is used by rich to justify evil deeds. It is used to check the growth of the idea of revolution among the have-nots. Religion is the opinion of masses. It justifies exploitation and property in the name of God's will. There is to be no place for the religion in communist society. Is it clear? Now, I have discussed the features of communism. I will discuss the critical evaluation of communism. Critics criticize it as unhistorical, irrational and unacceptable ideology. According to them, The first point of criticism is economic factors are not only factors of change. No doubt, economic factors are key factors of social change, yet these cannot be regarded as only factor of social change. Communism places overemphasis upon importance of economic factors. Every time communism is talking about only economic factors. Is it clear? The next point is faith in two-tier economic class structure misplaced. Communism wrongly accepts the existence of only two economic classes, haves and have-nots. It ignores the middle class, which is usually the larger and more active class. Is it clear? In every society, the largest population is of middle class, and this is ignored by them. The next point is wrong view of state as a class institution. So this is the next point. Communism wrongly indicates state as a class institution and describes it as an instrument of force, violence and exploitation in the hands of haves. Rather, state is a natural social institution. It is an instrument of welfare. It is not a weapon of rich for exploiting the poor. Is it clear? The next point is communism wrongly criticizes private property and religion as evils. Students, here I would like to tell you that private property and religion both are natural and essential and useful social institutions. These have a history behind them. Hope you can understand this point. Is it clear? The next point is fails to recognize the importance of morality. Communism wrongly ignores the eternal principles of moral conduct. It seeks to project man as a slave of material conditions of life. So, man can exist but not live under communism. Is it clear? Now, I have discussed critical evaluation of features of communism with you. And it's true, especially after the disintegration of USSR and socialist countries of Eastern Europe in the last 2 decades of 20th century, the world fully realized the weakness of communism. It gave a new importance to the principles of liberalism. Almost all countries, including the former communist countries, are now acting on the basis of these liberal principles for securing all-round socio-economic sustainable development. Students, I have discussed critical evaluation of features of communism. Now you will watch these videos again and read your pages number 95 to 103 and do your snap homework questions. I'll tell you your long questions which are covered under today's topic. That is question 7. What is communism? Who have been its main exponents? What are its basic principles? Question number 8. Explain the meaning and nature of the ideology of communism. Question number 9. Critically evaluate the ideology of communism. Next time I will discuss the next topic with you. Till then, Goodbye and thank you.